Hey, good morning, everybody. Wednesday, May 29th, Dave Moraine, my blog Math Notations, and my YouTube channel's up there, Math Notations Vids, Twitter, D Moraine. This is a problem I posted this morning on Twitter, and I got a wonderful reply. I wish I could credit and acknowledge the individual by his first name, but I'm not sure, and I did reply to him, and I thought his explanation was outstanding for this. And this is all about helping our community of math teachers just move forward and be able to dialogue about strategies so learning in the classroom could just be the best, help our youngsters survive word problems in percents in this case. And there's nothing prescriptive here. I'm just sharing my own personal experiences and reflections and my beliefs. And I know that some of you have your own effective and wonderful methods for teaching this, and I hope you share it. Whether it's Singapore math models or it's the way you learned it, the traditional, or something new with technology. The whole is much greater than the sum of the parts, so please share. So here's your problem, pretty typical discount problem, although it has some subtleties. I didn't put the name of the coffee chain here. I'm just made up my own, Java Coffee. But this is a real promotion from a well-known company. I'm sure some of you will recognize it. You get a free cup of coffee after the 12th purchase. And what's the percent discount? Except I didn't ask that. I gave the answer to the students, 7.7%. Figure it out, folks. Because the focus here is not on the numerical answer, the focus is on conceptual understanding and strategies. And most importantly, we know the major obstacle here is translating the language of word problems into a workable form. And that transference, that process of translating from the words to the symbols and developing a model is the key for all of us in education to help our students. So these are just some thoughts. Percent, fraction, ratio, ratio, big idea. And for me, ratio is all about part to whole. In some math problems, it's even part to part. Very powerful heuristic for learning mathematics. And in our problem, we have to get the students past the phrase percent discount and help them to understand we're just looking for a ratio. And in this case, we need to know what the whole is. And the whole is 13 cups. Now, there are many issues around this. I have a limited amount of time. I tend to talk way too much on these videos and turn people off. I'm well aware of that. So I'll try to be more economical in this explanation and not digress. In this particular case, we need to discuss with Common Core, where does this fit in? Are we talking about kindergarten? Well, maybe not. Third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade? Well, traditionally, when I was growing up, this would be considered 7th or 8th grade. And that's going way back. Everything's been moved down. And so this could easily be moved down to 6th, 5th, and I think you could say 4th grade Common Core. Word problems are always going to be an issue. Certainly in Singapore math, this could be grade 4 or 5. And now we've got to focus not on where we place it, but how do we expose youngsters to it? How do we introduce it? And maybe we don't need to be asking for percent discount in grade 4. We need to be asking for the understanding of discount and savings. What does discount mean? And then ratios come after that. So when I think of the word discount, since I like to think of myself as one who appreciates language, to me that means not count. And so what are we not counting? We're not counting 1 cup out of, I'm a big believer in this phrase, to help youngsters build fraction concepts. We're not counting 1 cup out of how many? 12? No, the total, which is 13. So 1 out of 13. There's your ratio, 1/13. And can we estimate this without a calculator? Well, in the old days, we would know that 1/12 is a little more than 8%. So wouldn't it be amazing if youngsters had some number sense? And 1 chance out of 13, 1 out of 13, 1/13 is less than 1 part out of 12 parts. However you represent this, and there are so many ways to model it, bar models in Singapore math, circle graphs, objects, and have the youngsters or draw it, visual models. In the end, they have to make sense out of this ratio, 1/13. Less than 1/12, so the answer is going to be a little less than 8%. And then, of course, we can talk about making sense out of this. Okay, and a percent means based on 100. So 13 times 8, 1 times 8. That's not out of 100. That's less than 8 over 100, which is 8%. So it's a little less than 8%. Getting the exact has to do with division and decimals and all that. And that isn't the focus here. The focus is getting the ratio 1/13. 1 out of 13. And again, I can't emphasize enough, depending on the age of the child. I'm going to open up the black marker here. You know, and it's not just age, so that was silly. Depending on the background ability level of the youngster and maturity and so on, developmental, they may need more of the hands-on physical objects, and there's that whole spectrum from physical objects to abstract symbols. So the physical would mean you actually supply 12 chips or 12 cups, or you could tell the youngsters, go up there and get some objects and represent this problem. The more they do, the less you do, the more they have to do, the more learning takes place. We all know that. And in between is a visual graphical pictures. 12 coffee cups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's number 13 over there. Oh, boys and girls. Anybody know what a baker's dozen is? Is this promotion by this coffee company unusual, or has it been around for centuries? Well, look it up. Go. You got your smartphones. Oh, we're not allowed to use them? Why not? You have your tablets. Take out your tablets. Take out your smartphone. Go to the computer. The technology has to be accessible at all times. Come on, I'm waiting. Let's see who gets their, what do they call it in Willy Wonka when they found the golden ticket? Yep, come on, you can get your golden ticket from my desk, and that'll be worth something. Oh, we found it. Baker's dozen. Like you buy a dozen bagels, you get one free. Oh, so this is not so unusual. Okay. Well, I'm at the 10-minute mark now, and there's so much, much, much more I can say. But again, to summarize, this looked like a percent word problem. Scary, scary, scary. We have to teach that formula, don't we? For percent discount. Did I ever once mention a percent discount formula in this discussion? Not really. My goal was to have them reach 1 out of 13. This is the one that's not counted, discounted. The one that's free. So you get one free that you don't pay for. So that is out of 13 total. And once you get 1/13, of course, you multiply by 100%. You were waiting for me to do that, right? Gee, Dave, why didn't you do that? Isn't that the best way to make a percent? Yes, but my focus wasn't on getting the numerical answer, but now we can. 13, 100 over 13. You go to your calculator, but we also want them to be able to estimate 13 times 8. Come on, boys and girls, 13 times 8. In your heads! 104. 13 times 7. It's my favorite multiple of 7. 91. So it's in between 7 and 8%, and you can get it to as many decimal places as you want. You can discuss the significance of endless and repeating decimals and all that kind of stuff. But the focus here is not just on getting a numerical answer of 7.7. Yes, I did ask the student to explain that, but that is not the stumbling block for most youngsters. Where's the percent discount formula? I'll leave that for you. Hope to hear from you. Hope you enjoyed this. The whole point of my doing this is to generate dialogue and have people share their own methods, which will only improve our teaching and the learning of our students. Thank you.